right, y'all. So the next topic of conversation is I don't even know if I feel right saying Chinese trimmers because you know why? They're all made in China. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Right.
They're all from over there. Even if they say da 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 USA, the parts that they're putting into them, maybe they're putting them together in the USA. Maybe this blade is made in the USA, but the reality is the majority of that clipper, that trimmer that you have in your hands right now as you watch this podcast is made in China. Sorry, I have to get a little intense. It's made in China. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of love and hate for the Chinese trimmers, for the knockoff, cheapos. I don't know what you want to call them. I know I use them. I know you've seen them in my tutorials and my reviews. I talked about the most underrated trimmer the other day, and a lot of people consider that a knockoff of the wall detailer, which is funny enough, came out about 6-7 months before the cordless wall detailer. So I don't know how that's a knockoff of the wall detailer if it came out, almost a year before that. But what's your perspective, Fades? What do you think about these cheap machines? I know you've had some experience.
I love them.
Yeah.
I love them, dog. Like I have that Kimmy in 1949 with with the mod that you gave me so that I can put the T outliner blade on it. That's probably one of my favorite. I mean, it's up there though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a good one.
It's
a good looking trimmer too. It's a good looking trimmer.
It's beautiful. Next to the 1919, it looks like it belongs with the 1919.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say.
I offer 2 treatments. I have the whole gold setup from Babyliss gold trimmer, Babyliss gold shaver, and all that. So that's the gold treatment. And then they get the platinum treatment. It's the wall 1919 with the Kimmy 1490 or 1949 with the silver shaver.
Yeah. You know what's trippy? That's even in that Nos Parecemos. You've seen my kit. I got a gold with the gold magic clips, the trimmer, and the gold FX shaver. And then I got the silver one or the platinum one with the 50 cows and my chemis with the GTX blade. And then I have the circers, and now I have the purple setup. So I got the grape setup. So I got one extra one. You know what I mean?
You need that Frank the Barber trimmer, fool, to go with the
as
grape
much
setup.
As I really, really like it, good well I don't need anything else. I have 5 trimmers, maybe 6. I can't tell you off the top of my head. And it's too much. But that's neither. And here's the deal, dude. That's the reason we're talking about this, right? Out of those 5 trimmers that I have, 2 of them are like Chinese trimmers. You know what I mean? The other 3, like one of them is just your T outliner, the other one's the gold FX, and the other one is that wall cordless hero that I made. Which if you're wondering, I know you've seen some videos of me on Instagram using it, and it looks sharp. That thing's sharp. Video will be coming soon on that. Not only am I going to do a update on that machine, but I'm also going to show you how to sharpen blades in 2021. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, but again, 2 of those trimmers, and I have one of them. I have a GTX blade on. The other one I have a T outliner blade on. I have had a wall detailer blade on them before, and I liked it just as much. It's just a blade preference thing. I really enjoy using them, specifically trimmers. Now, what about clippers though? Let me ask you that, because I know you've had some, and I know you have currently some clippers as well, some Chinese clippers.
So I have that one that looks like the Caliber. Mm-hmm. And it's super
That's
quiet.
Literally the replica.
Yeah. It's like identical replica. I don't see how they even got away with it. You know how sometimes when you have to knock something off, gotta switch something. Anyways, that thing's like identical. How can I say this? I'm not a fan of that one. I don't know why.
You know what's crazy? You say that because everyone loves that thing.
It's quiet. It's too quiet, and I don't know, man. I think I'm crazy because I like louder.
Is it a psyche thing? You think it's not cutting because it doesn't sound strong enough?
No, it doesn't cut. I don't think it does cut as nice.
Really?
My face looked choppy. You remember? Remember that one I sent you? I was like, look, dog, I did this one with this one all the way.
Yeah.
But it looked choppy to me, dog. I wasn't happy with that cut.
Okay.
But I do have that animal trimmer. I mean, the animal clipper with the little digital readout on it.
Oh,
Remember that one?
Simon.
I got it for $12.
Yeah.
And
It's a magic
I
clip,
love that one.
right?
It's basically a magic
It's a magic
clip.
clip. Yeah.
But
And
it's stronger than a magic clip. I feel like all the animal products are stronger than the human project.
I think what they do is they might up the RPMs or up the torque on them because of the type of hair, to be honest with you.
Twerk?
Yeah, the twerk. You know what I mean? No, but I think they do. You know what I mean? And here's another one. This was one of my favorite machines, and I know you had it before. The one that looked like the Babyliss, Chemi 2850. You had a Andis Fat Master
Blade.
You remember that one? Yeah, bro.
Oh, dude.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
I was getting ready to cheat, fool. I was gonna enter a fast-paced competition.
Oh, with that.
But you know what? I can tell if you're watching this.
Technically speaking, is that cheating though?
Okay, if you guys watch this, if you can modify your bracket to where you have a Fat Master blade that actually closes all the way on the Fat Master, and then it opens up all the way to the one, you know, like how the Fat Master normally does. Yeah. You can go from, you can do a skin fade like in 5 minutes, dog.
Guaranteed.
It's so crazy because you
can
go
from 5-0 to 1.5 or 2, right? Basically.
No, it won't go to 5-0. It'll probably go to 3-0.
No, but I mean, I'm talking about the, what do you call it? Like if you were using it in conjunction with the regular master, like a master blade. Let's say you have two machines. A master.
No. I'm saying just with that one.
By itself?
By itself, you can go all the way to 3 zeros.
Wow. Oh, because you close it all the way. So
because I close. Remember, I had
that's small increments though. That's difficult to cut with because you gotta like barely move the lever, and that's a fat jump on each lever move, right?
No, you don't. You would think, but no way. I promise you. I even entered a competition, but COVID hit, and then the whole competition got canceled. It's a local barber named they call him Youngster. I think his name is Pablo, but back in the his name is Pablo. I don't know what his barber name is or anything. He's a Kansas City barber. Oh, you know, I shared some of his work with you before. He's the one that like does really compressed fades all the time.
Totally.
Anyways, he hosts a competition, a speed competition, and I enrolled in everything, fool.
You're ready to go.
I was ready to take
everybody out with that Fat Master blade.
If you guys do that mod, I promise you, you can do an entire fade.
I've thought about that blade. That
so
blade,
fast.
I've thought about getting it and putting it on something. I don't know. The thing is, like, I have, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4 complete clipper trimmer setups. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I'm gonna get another clipper just to drop that blade on. And the clippers that I have, I kind of don't want to throw that setup on them. You know what I mean? Because I really like the masters for detailing.
I would use your corded masters with the Fat Master blade on it.
See, but I really like that corded master. So this is what I've been using it for lately. I'll do my haircuts, and you know, like the details, I'll use that for the detailing. It's perfect because I can skip the half guard. You know what I mean? I can go all the way up to wherever the half guard would have hit the roof of it, and like the sound is just, it's beautiful because, you know, when you're detailing, you want to hear every little hair that you cut, and you know where you want to cut this and that. You can hear everything. It's a beautiful thing for sure.
You know, lately I used to use multiple clippers for one haircut, but lately I haven't been doing that at all. You know what I've been rocking? Opposite. You know what I've been rocking with?
That
yes.
Yeah, you like that one.
Dude,
you wouldn't know.
I'm starting to freaking love it for real.
Yeah.
If you check my IG stories today, that one that I did that with the Babyliss today.
Let me ask you this. You had that Chemi 2850. Did you ever have a different blade on it, like a regular fade blade on it? Like a wall fade blade?
Nah, I never used it ever. I literally got it for that reason. I wanted to put that Fat Master blade on.
That's what I was going to ask you because it's so similar to the Babyliss. And I wanted to ask you what the difference is, like what you thought would have been difference. Now, I did put a fade blade on mine. I had a wall fade blade, and I have a magic clip, and I can attest that the only thing that was not as great as the Magic Clip was the throw, like the lever. It didn't open up as much. It had a smaller opening. Obviously, you could fix that, right? You can
shave
modify
a
it.
little,
Yeah,
but
shave a little bit.
but you can't do it with those because they have that little click lever.
Yeah, but
So
you can make a
can't.
little extra punch hole if you bend. See, that's I'm gonna get technical. If you bend that last part and then the hole puncher is a little like looks like a pen that just clicks. I seen Nello Blends used to do it on his machines. He'd push in that little like bumper where that last 5 hole is at, and then he'd click in a 6 punch at the end, and then you could push it all the way to the end. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But that thing, aside from the throw on the lever, more power than the Magic Clips. And it was nice, you know what I mean? And it cut just as smooth. I had a stagger tooth blade. It was very similar than the Magic Cup, just with a little extra boost of power, which was nice. And I paid $20 for that thing.
You paid $20 for that Kimmy?
$20. Yeah. I feel like I get lucky because like I find some of that. I bought that thing a long time ago. And if you go to Amazon at the right time, you find some cheap stuff. Like
Hey, I think you sent me when I used it. Or no, remember I used it and then I told Big Al about it. And
yes,
then
Big Al, he bought it.
Yeah.
He liked it too. It crapped out on him. That's the thing is my man be doing like 25 haircuts a day.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? When you do that for like 3 to 6 months, boy, that machine better be, rolling because like that's the thing. So here's the deal about these Chinese clippers. They are not made as quality as some of these other machines are. Now, it's not a humongous difference. We got to make sure that that's put out there because I feel like a lot of people think it's like night and day between them. You know what I mean? It's not that big of a difference, but it is a difference enough for you to see it as far as like how long it's going to last you. A lot of the housing on the insides, I'm trying to see if I have one near me. I don't, but a lot of the housing on those on the inside, they're made out of plastic. So what happens is where the blade goes out, the housing that goes on the backside of the blade, like right where the rotary motor extension goes out, that's made out of plastic versus a lot of these other clipper machines, companies make them in metal. So that usually goes out, or the bracket, like where you put the bracket into, you know what I mean? That piece is made out of plastic. Now I know that, and it's cheaper plastic. So that's where they get you.
Simon.
That's where they get
I noticed that about that Babyliss, that knockoff Babyliss.
Simon.
It started opening full, like where the slide goes. It started opening. The plastic started splitting right there.
Yeah, it starts splitting up. Yeah, it's just cheaper material. You know what I mean? But what I would say is this: if you are a beginner barber, you don't know if this is for you or not, or you just need you have a lot of tools and you're not going to beat up a specific tool that much. You want to try a blade, you want to try the Fat Master blade, you want to try to do a mod on a clipper and you're afraid to do it on your $200 clipper. Buy a $25 machine on Amazon. If you go on Amazon right now, I guarantee you there is one of those clippers. I just saw the Circer that looks just like the Magic Clips for $15 yesterday on Amazon. That's got the 2 speeds on it. It used to be $35, $15. People are getting rid of like companies because there's so much competition now within those cheaper machines and whatnot. They're selling crazy cheap. You buy one of those, you can learn how to do modifications. You can learn how to cut hair with them. You can have an additional backup machine. You can do all kinds of stuff with them. So the stigma that people have on those machines, I don't think it should be welcomed. I understand big clipper companies, they're always going to push for, those machines not being it. But the reality is they're getting their parts from the same places a lot of times. So.
Hey, see, my theory is that they make them. The same company that makes the wall makes those.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then literally just puts a different name on it and then sends it out and makes their own money.
And I think that the company that makes the parts inside of all these big clipper companies is selling off to the side to all these little companies. Or like people who worked at those factories will take the same thing that they were doing there and make their own little situation and make those parts and sell them out.
That's a reach. That was a reach.
I like to put nice, good, juicy conspiracy theories. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'd like to keep them sharp. You know what I mean? My van is parked out in the back. You know what I mean? I'm spinning conspiracy theories from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. in the mornings on Thursdays. If y'all ever want to listen in. No, but that's my thought on those. I question everybody out there. If you've never used it before, why knock it? If you are using it, what's your experience with them? And if you like them, what's your favorite machine? That's where I'm going to leave it at.
Hey, did you ever see that one that Ron Legend? He did the knockoff Gold FX.
Yeah, he does. He surprisingly started buying a lot of different machines and doing all kinds of stuff with them, to be honest, which is pretty cool.
I know. That's crazy because he's a wall
Big
vato.
wall dude. Big wall dude. Big time. Yeah.
I consider myself a wall vato too. Do
Yeah,
you?
well, let's put that one on the next episode. Okay?
Ooh,
Yeah, actually,
teaser.
let's do that. Yeah. All right, y'all. Let's move on. So I want to know what you think about these cheaper machines. If you've ever used one, what your thoughts are. Did you have a good experience, a bad experience? If you really like them, what's your favorite machine? And if you've never used them, why not? And why knock on them if you've never used them? Cool.